Hello, I'm Arman Khodaei, a 24-year-old individual that was diagnosed with autism. The film Adam tells the story of an adult with Asperger's who's 29 years old, so about a little bit older than me, but around the age of a lot of people, um, who develops a love relationship pretty much with the girl next door. The film Adam came out in 2009 in the summer to a limited amount of theaters, I believe. I actually did not hear about the film until recently due to a user called JDog2121. So I thank you, JDog2121, for letting me know about this film. So, the film Adam. What are my thoughts about it as a film, and what are my thoughts about it in relation to autism? Now, as a film, it's pretty well crafted, I would have to say. It's a surprise that I did not hear about this before. It's probably not the best crafted film, but I do have a bit bias because of how well the portrayal of the Asperger syndrome is in the film. The film does have some very good camera shots. The directing is good. It's not excellent. The script is pretty good too, I believe. Again, not the best. The dialogue is pretty good. Sometimes a little bit over the top, but not too over the top, but good nonetheless. So overall, it's a solid film. And moving into it, the portrayal of autism now, or Asperger's syndrome, that's really what intrigues me the most about this film. Um, they do a really good job. Now, I think it's a little bit portrayed over the top, but it's movies, it's Hollywood. Everything in Hollywood is over the top just a little bit, no matter what sort of acting you are, to just show a certain point more. So, I don't know if they got an actual person with Asperger's to act it out, or if they had someone without Asperger's, but I could not tell the difference. For all I knew, it was someone with Asperger's, but kind of overemphasizing certain aspects of it. Um, such as when he was over flooded, it seemed a little bit too much, but it was realistic at the same time. I've felt over flooded myself, and I've seen people who get over flooded, in my group and stuff, and his portrayal was pretty good. Um, After watching this film, speaking about being over flooded, this film was a huge sensation for me because of the portrayal of the autism in it and how quickly the movie is. It's only about an hour and a half. After I was done watching the film, I wanted to take a walk it off. It just overwhelmed me on an emotional level, not because of say emotional aspects of it, but because the portrayal really did get to me in some regards, and so it sort of overflooded me because the autistic things that he was doing and everything throughout the film, it sort of registered with me in a way, and I was feeling it, and so that's definitely a good thing. Um, as I told you, this is a love story, and I thought it was a pretty good love story, and I really enjoyed it. I really thought it was neat how it was the girl, in the apartment above her and everything like that. Um, at times, though, I thought some of the scenes were I could not see this girl ever getting to go to this guy. There's one scene where he goes down and cleans her windows from outside, and I just thought, my thoughts would be, oh my God, this guy is stalking me. But I'm saying from her perspective, not necessarily his perspective, but I guess maybe this was based on true life events. I don't know. It could be possible that something like that really did happen, and things like that do happen. But at times I did feel like if I was her, the girl that did not have autism, that I would be a little bit freaked out by that guy. Um, but nonetheless, I I did enjoy it. There was one scene in particular that I thought was really good, that really got to me, and that scene was when he found out that this girl gave her a very small lie. She made a very small lie to him. It was no big deal. Um, I won't go into too much detail. Actually, I will. It's not that big of a spoiler, but so the parents, when it came to meeting the parents, I guess the guy, the main character of Asperger's syndrome, was a little bit afraid or whatever to meet them. So she arranged it in such a way to make it seem like that they bump into the parents pretty much. And So it's a small lie, and it's not a really big deal. But when he found out about that, he went totally berserk. And I do think that his portrayal maybe was a little bit exaggerated, maybe not, when he went berserk. However, I know if my ex-girlfriend, I found out about a small lie and it was no big deal, but I felt extraordinarily hurt. I don't even remember what the small lie was. How I found out about it was kind of funny too. I keep a journal, and I wrote down almost everything from my ex-girlfriend said, when we were together. And so she told me something, and I went back and I read my journal, and I actually wasn't even paying attention to what she said, but I was just reading back my journal, and I realized that what she said contradicted something that she said, later. And it was nothing big or anything like that, but I was extraordinarily hurt, very, very hurt. And so I know I've put up a few videos about dating people with autism, and all I want to say is that when it comes to dating people with autism, and maybe people in general, but especially people that are on the autism spectrum, please be extra careful to not make a small lie. You might not think it's a big deal. You might say, oh, it's just an itty bitty lie, but I know that just finding out about a small lie, hurts a lot. It does, and I really did appreciate that scene in that film. There were many other scenes I appreciated, but that was the one I enjoyed the most. I probably do have a bit of bias towards this film, being an individual on the autism spectrum, but I do give this film a solid A. If you have Asperger's syndrome or any sort of autism, or if you're in a relationship with someone with autism, or whatever, I highly recommend this film. So go out, Netflix it, whatever, however you can find it, go out, watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. So thank you very much. Again, I give this film an A, and have a most wonderful, awesome day of awesomeness.